A giant parking lot dedicated to the god of war. Acres and acres of new trucks, as well as tractors, waiting to be shipped to France and England. Trench diggers, too. Time and muscle savers for the modern fighting man. American factories are turning out war supplies faster than the Allies can take them away. But here's a shipment of bombing planes for Britain that's going over in a hurry. You can be sure. When you see Mae West and W.C.Fields in My Little Chickadee, you'd never think that Bill is the world's most languorous golfer. He believes in taking his golf casually. His uphill course is a natural for a restful game. The ball rolls right back every time. In fact, there's many a sip twixt chip and cup, as it were. How is your game, Bill?
Now, although I did slice one this morning, over through Deanna Durbin's window. She was taking a high C at the time. Found out later it black and blue one of her tonsils. Poor little dear almost choked to death. I later asked her over to have a little gargle, but she refused.
The last vivid chapter in the amazing odyssey of the Nazi pocket battleship and sea raider Admiral Graf Spee. Driven to bay, battered and damaged in the sanctuary of Montevideo harbor, with many of her crew dead and wounded, the once proud corsair of the southern seas faces certain doom. Ordered out of the harbor by Uruguay on threat of internment, the Nazi Captain Langsdorff must take his ship to sea to face insuperable odds. A flotilla of British warships has formed a cordon at the mouth of the Platte, waiting to put an end to the stricken enemy ship. The only other alternatives are internment, or to send her to the bottom by order from Berlin, and thus rob the British of the full fruits of victory. The pride of the German Navy put to the torch, scuttled, turned into a roaring furnace with oil and explosives to feed the flames of its monumental suicide at sea. Like the dusk of the gods, the ship a funeral pyre for Germania's naval hopes and aspirations. After seeing his ship sent to its doom by his own hand, small wonder that the German captain chose to follow it into oblivion. The Graf Spee, one of the most dramatic stories of 1939.